Okay, we're now ready to animate our emoticon, and we've got three different elements, three different symbols we can use: eyeball, eyes and face. We at the moment have only one frame visible, which is about 1/10 of a second, so we need to add these a few more frames. So for eyeball, on the eyeball layer, click the 10th frame, make sure you're on the right layer and you have the right frame selected, and then insert, timeline and keyframe. A keyframe creates a sort of anchor point, a full stop. So do the same for eyes, so that's the 10th frame on the eyes layer, insert, timeline, keyframe, and for the face as well, so insert, timeline, keyframe. Now if you click anywhere along the eyeball bar here on the timeline and right click, create motion tween. Now on the 5th, underneath where it says 5, on the eyeball layer on the 5th frame, halfway, you can drag the eyeball slightly to one side. Now if we play the playhead from the beginning, you can see that has moved the eyeball backwards and forward, and that's why we've got it on the 5th frame. Okay, so let's animate the whites of the eyes layer. First of all, right click anywhere on the bar and click create motion tween. Then select the 5th frame on the eyes layer, and we now move the whites of the eye. Maybe I'm going to go the other way, like that. And we can have a quick look at how that looks by doing that with the playhead across the top. Now, what we can also do is we can click on Control and Test Movie, and then you will be able to see how your animation is working. Like that. And if you want to get rid of this preview window, you just look across to the right side and you click this X here, and then you're back to your timeline. Now it's a process of experimentation, so if you don't like anything that you've done, you can easily undo it. You can do Control Z or undo, or if you want to change it, you can remove tween by right clicking on here, and to get rid of this as well, you can right click and clear keyframe, which should get you back to the white. And other things that you can do is you can right click and create motion tween. Click on the 5th frame again because it's halfway to the 10th one, and if you click on free transform and click on it, you should be able to So now we're back to a position where the eyeball's animated, but we've undone the animation on the whites of the eye, on the eyes layer. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use the free transform tool to make it change size. So I'm going to right click on here, create motion tween, click on frame 5, insert, timeline, keyframe, and I'm just going to make sure I'm on the free transform button, and I'm just going to change the width to make it look a bit bigger and the height to make it look a bit higher. And what that should do is it should make things resize nicely like this. Okay. So we can animate the background face layer as well by right clicking anywhere on the bar and create motion tween, then clicking on the midpoint on the 5th frame, and I'm just going to move it slightly to the right, and that should when I move the playhead, create a bit of motion. Another thing that we can do, let's check how it looks. If we click on Control and Test Movie, you can see how your emoticon looks so far. I think it would look better with a mouth. To get rid of this preview window, all you have to do is scroll across to the right until you see this cross, and then click it and you're back to your timeline like this. Okay, to add a mouth we first need to create a new layer, so right click and insert layer, and then double click here, call it mouth, and then press enter to come out of there. And then if you click on the first frame of the mouth layer, and then if you click the line tool, and you can just click once on the page, and that will make at the bottom of your screen the control window open up for this line. And I'm just going to change this from 4 to 2, make sure it's black, and I'm just going to draw this line on here. He's not looking too happy at the moment. If you change and click on the selection tool, you can change and curve it, which I think looks a lot better. Okay, we're now ready to animate the mouth so it moves a bit, and you can, the first thing we need to do is add a keyframe here, the anchor point, so insert timeline keyframe, and then we can add the motion tween, so click anywhere on this bar and right click create motion tween, and then click on the 5th frame of the mouth layer and just move it about a bit, and then if you move this playhead back and forth you can see it is moving and then going back to its original position. Right, let's click the control and test movie to see if it looks any good. I'm pretty happy with that as a first attempt, so I'm going to close down this preview window. I'm going to save by clicking the quick save here, and now I need to save it and export it in a format that I can use in things like MSN Messenger.